Hello, gorgeous people. I'm Bianca, and it's lovely to be on YouTube. I haven't made a video on this account. I've made a couple of YouTube videos regarding kind of the movement of the wave of twin flames that I'm with and kind of where we're at in navigating the energies. And this is a really, really exciting time. It's a very highly charged time. It's quite emotional. A lot of us are feeling and are in this period of massive, massive change. Sorry about the hands. I had to put self-tan on my roommate. She had a dance today, so yeah, this is what you do for people you love. Anyway, so welcome. If you are on this video, you're on the same frequency as me, so it's beautiful to be with you. I've always kind of wondered what kind of stance I want to take on YouTube. I've been always guided to start a YouTube channel, and I suppose my stance is actually, and my message is going to be in how we can navigate these energies and how we can navigate these big changes. And I got a reading and a prophecy done, well, not a prophecy, not a reading done even, I don't know what I'm talking about. I did a reading about 3 months ago, and it was talking about this massive eruption, like a volcanic eruption of light, of love, of something. And it was this eruption of love, basically, and that's how I described it. And I've been hearing a lot of readers that I've been watching saying this eruption, this volcano, and I was like, I was talking about this 3 months ago. And that's the threshold that we're hitting. And I don't exactly know how to describe it. I'm almost feeling it as this release of the old. I have made a lifestyle change recently that I needed to make, and I had been meaning to make for quite a while. And I finally did it, and it's still quite hard to stick by it. Habits are not easy to break, but I'm in the process of navigating this change in my life. And I feel like for me it was a huge final push of me actually saying I don't want to continue living in this frequency, living the same, seeing the same results. And I feel that a lot of us are going through this. We often talk about the divine masculines having to let go of things, release things, and I never ever hear a lot of divine feminines saying I've got to let go of things. And I think for me in this journey is I've always maintained this belief that I need to also release things that are no longer serving me, and that goes for relationships, addictions, habits, etc., etc., etc. I am not coming from a place of judging. I am no saint. I've been on a path, I've been on a journey, and it's been this slow process of really, really cleansing my soul, my body, so that I can, in this next phase, I believe that all of us who are on this video have completed phase 1. We are heading into phase 2. I don't know how it looks. I've seen like a lot of, it has something to do with us heading into our life paths now, our soul mission as individuals. And it's an exciting step, because once we step onto our true soul path and journey, we'll know, we'll feel it, we'll get clarity on whether we're on it or not, whether we're experiencing it or not. And it's interesting, just a side note, is when I made this lifestyle change, I started seeing repetitive numbers again, and it was like God saying, you are now back on track, let's go, let's push. I have a tendency of leaving things till last minute, so I feel like I've just stepped onto this boat with you guys. I'm actually late. And like, anyways, I hope I'm making sense. I'm a bit all over the show. This energy is making me excited yet very emotional. I'm very highly charged. So I wanted to share 7 things that I channeled about how we need to navigate and enter this new threshold. I don't know if you're in the same boat as me. Maybe you have also been feeling like God's been trying to let you know that you need to let go of something. You can't start this journey, this new step, this new phase in your life if you are holding on to certain things. So here are 7 tips, 7 things that are going to help you maybe just navigate this entering of this new threshold. That's how I'm describing it. Okay, so the first one Sorry, I'm reading it down in my journal. Okay, so the first tip that I got was let go of what everyone else is doing. Let it go. Let it go. I started this really, I was starting to make bad decisions like 7 years ago. It's like almost a cycle of bad decisions that are coming to an end. And I remember thinking about why I made that decision to start doing that. Why did I make that decision to change what I was doing? And it dawned on me that I was doing it because other people were doing it. I hadn't actually really sat down and been like, Bianca, if you do this, what are the repercussions for you personally? Not everyone else. We're not talking about anyone else here. We're talking about you. What are the repercussions for you? Is this going to affect what you're currently doing? How is this going to affect it? Blah, 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 blah. And it's almost like I just didn't think about things properly because I was just following the crowd. And the biggest thing that the spiritual awakening has taught me is that what everyone else is doing is actually bullshit. You need to actually follow what your path is doing. So that's one thing. So if you're struggling to let go of something right now, maybe a way of letting it go is just realizing that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. If it doesn't align with you, it doesn't align with you. Let it go. And if those people don't respect your decision or continue doing it and you're not comfortable, it's a them thing. Follow your own guidance. So it makes it a bit easier, I think, making these decisions, because as much as there are people that are maybe doing or acting a certain way in your circle, there are people that aren't and are gonna sit with your views and your truth. So yeah, that was my first one. Second, I said let go of the belief that it needs to be hard. I got emotional when I was channeling these things because all of us have been through hell and back. We've been through the dark night of the soul. We might gonna go through it again. I don't even fucking know. I'm just living in the moment. I can't with this shit sometimes, but we've been through the most. And I think for a lot of us, pain is comfortable. It is. Pain is comfortable. Things being shit, things being hard is comfortable because we've all dealt with a lot of pain. We've had to do a lot of healing. I was about to say a really bad South African swear word, but I wasn't. I stopped myself. If any South Africans watching, you know what I'm talking about. Well, personally, for me, happiness requires it being hard first. That's just how it works for me. If I wanna be happy, it's gotta be hard. It's gotta be painful. It's gotta have barrier after barrier, hurdle after hurdle. And I think for this new threshold, well, what I got from Spirit is that let go of that belief that it needs to be hard. It doesn't need to be hard. I'm not saying life is an easy breeze. It's definitely not going to be. It's always going to have its challenges, but we don't need to keep this inherent belief in us that our lives have to be so hard. It has to be so deep. It has to be so dark. It doesn't. Happiness comes from within. And it's time to let go of that belief because it's not serving and it's energy draining. And we're just going to continuously keep attracting these hard situations. And it's no longer necessary to do that. We are closing off a major cycle of lessons, change, karma. Let's release that need of it being hard. Let's start lightening up. And that's what I think this new frequency is going to bring for us. It's just a lightening of the load. And I honestly feel like that's why our ears have been ringing. And it definitely is. But I'm more connecting the ear for me to frequency. It's genuinely like, it's just light frequency, and my ears were not used to it. I was like, ah. But yeah, so crossing this threshold, we just need to let go of the belief that it needs to be hard. It doesn't have to be. Number 3, trust. I started crying when I told this. Trust that where you are going is good. We've got 5 meters left of whatever this fucking race is, whatever this journey, it's not a race, it's a journey, whatever this journey is, there's 5 meters left of this chapter, of this part. And this last step for me is really Spirit saying, trust that we have guided you in light, in love, in hope. Trust that we are leading you to paradise, to beauty, to love. Spirit never ever promised us that it would be easy. They never did. They said it would be worth it. They never said it would be easy. Trust that it's going to be worth it. Trust that this new that's coming in and this change that is happening right now is for our greatest good, and it's going to ultimately make us incredibly, incredibly happy. Trust. This is not going to blow up in your face. That's a fear. That's an illusion. I know things have blown up in your face before, or seem to. This time, let's not think that. Let's think it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Trust in Spirit. Spirit needs your trust and faith to get the job done. It needs your support. It needs your willingness. You have free will. You need to invite Spirit in and say, I trust you. I trust you to get me to the end of this chapter. I trust you to get me to the end of this cycle. I trust you to lead me into the new cycle. God, I trust. I trust. I trust. There's so much power in this message right now, and whoever's watching this, like, know that you were meant to be here, because you were probably in the same boat as me a few hours ago. Number 4. This is quite a deep one, because fuck, it's just deep. I don't know if it'll hit you like it did for me, but let go of regrets. It's an illusion. And then I wrote in brackets underneath that, everything happens for a reason. Because I've spent so much of my life, sitting and wondering, what if I could have done this? What if I didn't quit that? What if I had just pushed through, pushed harder, carried on? What if I hadn't given up? What if I hadn't chosen this? What if I hadn't done that? I would be in a better position now. I would be this, I would be that. No, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. As maybe shitty as you think it is, who's to say that that route would have taken you anywhere better? You don't know. Back your decisions, back where you've become, what you've become, and back where you've gone, back where you are. Because everything happens for a reason. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned on this spiritual awakening journey, twin flame journey, is that divine timing is at play, and that everything is happening for my highest good. God is trying to get me to my life purpose, my life path, where I'm supposed to be. And even on the present day, God's just trying to get me to be where I'm meant to be on my present day. And I just got a message from Spirit saying that whoever's watching this, you need to rest a bit, okay? Stop being so hard on yourself, you need to rest a bit. Anyways, that was a cute message. So yeah, it's like about really not having regrets anymore. Leave the past in the past. It's fucking done. It's done. It's done. It's gone. It's finished. It's a part of you, but it doesn't need to define you. It doesn't. And there's no point in thinking, what if this, in a way of really bashing yourself. Like, what if I could have done more? What if I could have done better? You couldn't have. I promise you, you have been trying your absolute best your entire life. You are still here today. That means you're trying, and I'm proud of you. Okay, number 5. This is beautiful. Understand that being in your truth is going to make you happier than you've ever been. We've had to sacrifice a lot, guys. We've had to sacrifice relationships. We've had to sacrifice addictions. We've had to sacrifice habits. We've had to sacrifice social groups. We've had to sacrifice family members. We've had to sacrifice how we perceive our family. We've had to sacrifice our perfect little image because we were seeking the truth. This whole journey and phase 1, or whatever the fuck, I don't like labels. Whatever we've been through, and whatever we've had to let go of is ultimately because we've been needing to get to a place. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. It's a really bad habit. I hope I haven't irritated anyone. Your truth is going to ultimately make you happier than you've ever been. And don't at this point think that it's not worth it. It is worth it. The relationships you had to give up, the truths you had to see are for your highest good. The habits you've had to let go of are for your highest good. God isn't here to trick you. It's the one man, it's the one source of light that isn't here to trick you, and you know the difference. It's your intuition speaks softly, and that's why it's so easy to shut off. Well, for me, because my ego is very loud, and thank God settled a bit. But yeah, so don't hold resentment towards the journey you've been on, because it's all for a purpose. Ultimately, once we cross this threshold and leave behind the damage, because I feel like for us, we have actually already gone to that threshold mentally. It's just our physical bodies that are actually still recovering from this chapter and this past, you know. So understand that the truth that you're living in and are about to experience is going to make you the happiest you've ever been. It's going to bring you the happiest memories, moments that you've ever experienced. And God is really wanting to say that your sacrifices are going to be worth it. Your sacrifices are ultimately for your best interest. As much as it's like a parent saying you can't go out tonight when we were in high school. And you saying, nah, but I want to go, blah, blah, blah. But your parents were like, nah, I don't care what your personality is telling me. I'm acting for your highest good. There's a difference. You don't want to react to someone's personality. You want to react to someone's highest good. So like parents having that tough love, it's not because they don't love you. It's because they actually think you should stay in and not go to the club when you're 16. Sorry, Mom. Anyways, okay, so I hope that made sense. Number 6. 2 more. Have faith that who is meant to join you will. Don't wait. I'm going to read that again. Have faith that who is meant to join you will. Don't wait. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. This place, this high frequency that we're going, is going to require you to up-level, which we have been doing, and the people around you to up-level. And I've seen the people around me up-level, certain people, not everyone, certain people. And I'm happy that they're going to be joining me, you know. I'm happy, I'm excited. But there are some people that I don't know. I don't know what if they're going to meet me there. And this goes for my divine counterpart. I don't know what he's going to do, what's going to happen. But I can't wait for him anymore. I can't keep letting his energy, especially his elements of darkness, keep trying to nourish that and help. And energetically, I'm fucking an energetic queen like that. My brother's very sick at the moment, and I've just been like from my heart, I'm like, heal him, heal him, heal him. And I know I'm doing it, but I've been sick for a week now because I feel like I exerted myself way too much on my brother. But I'd do that over and over and over and over again for him any day. So yeah, I'm getting to that place now where I can't wait anymore. I've got to start making decisions for my highest good. And the people who are either going to join you or they aren't. And it's interesting because I got a couple of my friends like onto this journey with me, not by speaking, but just by leading by example. And they are getting me to this next stage. And that's how it works. You help someone, they help you back. There are moments where you are going to be weak and need that strength, and vice versa. So have faith that what is going to follow you into this next frequency and place of your life, if you want to keep it 3D, is meant to be there. And who isn't. I've gotten to a place of peace with that, you know, though, because guys, we can't keep holding ourselves back for other people. We can't keep letting our past hold us back. It's like, nah, we need to move forward. And we know that the people who are meant to be there are going to be there. I think whoever's watching this has that knowing as well. And this last point, number 7. I love 7. It's such a spiritual light number. Number 7. You are so goddamn loved by God. Amen. Thank you. Like, going into this next chapter, you can call it whatever you like, the universe. I went through a phase with my spiritual awakening. I called it the higher self, the universe, energy. Now I call it God, because I'm very connected to Jesus and the archangels and stuff. So that's God for me is quite comfortable, you know. It's a comfortable term. So yeah, you are loved. You are loved beyond measure. You've made mistakes. You've been on this healing journey because you've needed to heal. You've needed to cut out the toxic ways in which you interact with people. And sometimes some of these toxic ways, it's not even about cutting them out. It's about learning to manage it. We all have our shadow aspects. And I was watching a reading and it was saying you've been through a process of learning to manage this energy of yours. And it was something about charm and arrogance. It was like saying like you have basically gone from being charming and arrogant and a bit manipulative to being charming and humble. And she said that it was more of an energy that I needed to harness. I didn't even know that I had that energy. I was so insecure. I was like, me charming, please, no one even looks at me. So it was something completely subconscious that I had to bring to the surface, identify, and actually completely energetically fix, because otherwise I was going to continuously hurt myself and hurt other people. No one wants to be around an arrogant charmer. That is like, when you get caught out, it's like very embarrassing and very, very damaging to the people around you. Yeah, that's me being so vulnerable, but we all have our shit. We all have our stuff. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am perfect. And like, even I'm going a bit red. It's hard for me. It's hard to admit that I have had to change. Toxicity in me. I've very much so been able to heal the emotional baggage, because that for me is dealing with things that have happened to me. But dealing with things that I have caused and I have blame on has been hard. But it's been necessary for me to become a better person and for me to harness my energy. And there was a reason I said that. So there must maybe be someone watching this that has been through a similar process. But know that like we are out of there. We are doing this, and we are entering a new threshold of life. There's been an explosion of love within the universe, and things are starting to move. And maybe this explosion of love, volcanic eruption, is maybe the love that the twin flames have finally reached this peak of. Now it's boom, physical, let's go. I don't know. I think that that's what this journey has taught me, is I don't know. I know, but I don't know. And yeah, that is how you navigate and enter the new threshold. So some tips. I don't know if this will resonate. I'm a bit cosmic. I'm a bit up in the astral plane. For Capricorn, I think I'm quite cosmic. Anyways, yeah. I really just want to send you light energy right now, and just love and peace and tranquility. And I really, really encourage you to follow my channel. It's going to be stuff like this. I do more intuitive reads. I channel. Sometimes I'll channel some counterpart stuff, but I'm feeling like this channel's not going to be like that. It's going to be the energies, the cosmos, the fluctuations, the astrology. I don't know a lot about that stuff. I have a general overview, but I feel. So for me, I will read things, I interpret it, and then I can, So this is for people that are wanting to know what's up in a way that is, you can feel it more so. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but yeah, welcome to my channel, Cosmos Clarity. I'm Bianca, and yeah, love and light, and let's just fucking kill this first phase. Appreciate the cycle that we're coming out of, because it's been beautiful, it's been hard, it's been rewarding, it's been transformational. And let's just welcome the phase 2 and this new frequency. Love and light from Cosmos Clarity. Bye.